Last month, 4 healthy dogs went blind, not from diseases or accidents, but from simple grooming mistakes that well-intentioned owners make while their dogs suffer in silence. Now, I am going to reveal the 18 mistakes. Keep track as we go of how many you are guilty of. How often do you bathe your dog? Once a week? Twice a week? Here is the truth that most dog owners don't know. Overbathing is one of the worst things you can do to your dog's skin. Your dog's skin naturally produces protective oils. These oils keep the coat shiny, the skin hydrated, and ward off bacteria. Every time you bathe your dog, those oils are stripped away. If you bathe them too often, your dog's skin becomes dry, itchy, and flaky. Their coat loses its shine, and then the scratching begins, and scratching opens the door to severe skin infections. According to veterinary guidelines, most dogs only need a bath once every 4 to 6 weeks. Active dogs that are outdoors maybe every 2 to 3 weeks, but indoor dogs even less. So unless your dog has rolled in the mud or something gross, put down that shampoo bottle. Your dog's skin will thank you. This is the silent mistake. You are bathing your dog. Water splashes near their ears. No big deal, right? Actually, it is a very big problem. Here is something fascinating about dog anatomy. A dog's ear canal is L-shaped, not straight like ours. This means that water that goes in doesn't come out easily. It gets trapped deep inside, and trapped moisture is the perfect environment for bacteria and yeast to grow. The result is a painful ear infection, and dogs with floppy ears like Cocker Spaniels, Basset Hounds, and Golden Retrievers are especially vulnerable. Signs of an ear infection include head shaking, scratching at the ears, a bad odor, and redness inside the ear. The solution is simple. Gently place cotton balls at the entrance of each ear before the bath, and when cleaning your dog's head, use a damp cloth instead of pouring water directly over their face. Most owners brush their dog after a bath. But here is what those owners don't know. It is actually the wrong order. When you put a dog with tangled or matted hair into water, the water causes those knots to tighten, shrink, and get closer to the skin. And suddenly, what was a manageable tangle becomes a painful mat that has to be cut out. And cutting mats close to the skin is when accidents happen. Cuts, skin injuries, and a lot of stress for your dog. Always brush your dog before the bath. Remove all tangles and loose hair first, then bathe them. Afterward, once the coat is completely dry, brush gently again to remove any remaining loose hair. This order, brush before, dry completely, brush after, protects your dog's coat and skin every time. This one sounds harmless, but it is actually dangerous. Your skin and your dog's skin are completely different. Human skin has a pH level of around 5.5, which is slightly acidic. Your dog's skin has a pH of 6.5 to 7.5, much closer to neutral. When you use human shampoo on your dog, you are disrupting the entire pH balance of their skin. The result is dry and irritated skin, redness, and itching. And over time, a weakened skin barrier that allows bacteria and fungi to settle in. And it gets worse. Some human shampoos contain fragrances, sulfates, and other chemicals that are not only irritating to dogs, but can also be toxic. Always use a shampoo formulated specifically for dogs. If your dog has sensitive skin or allergies, ask your veterinarian for a medicated or hypoallergenic recommendation. This small change makes a massive difference. You have bathed your dog, you towel dry them a bit, they shake it off. Good enough, right? Wrong. And this mistake causes more problems than most owners realize. When a dog stays damp after a bath, especially in areas like under the ears, between the toes, and around skin folds, moisture gets trapped, and that moisture becomes a breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. The result, hot spots, those painful patches of raw red skin that dogs scratch obsessively, and fungal infections. And in cold weather, a wet dog can even suffer from hypothermia. After every bath, thoroughly dry your dog with an absorbent towel, especially in hidden and damp areas. For thick-coated breeds, use a dog-safe hairdryer on the lowest heat setting. Important warning, never use a human hairdryer on high heat. Even on the lowest setting, human dryers can overheat your dog's skin and cause burns. Always use a pet dryer or keep the dryer in constant motion. Would you want someone to bathe you in freezing cold or boiling hot water? Of course not, and neither does your dog. But here is the mistake. Many owners rush and use water that is too cold, or they think warm water feels good and make it too hot. Cold water causes stress and anxiety in your dog. They resist, they shiver. Bath time becomes a nightmare. Hot water, even water that doesn't feel dangerously hot to your hand, can cause dryness, skin irritation, and in sensitive dogs, even skin damage. The perfect temperature is lukewarm, just slightly warm, comfortable to the touch. The easiest test, run the water over the inside of your forearm. If it feels comfortable to you there, it is perfect for your dog. This small detail completely changes your dog's bath experience and protects their skin at the same time. All right, here's the mistake I told you about at the beginning, and I promise this one will surprise you. Every summer, well-intentioned dog owners shave their huskies, golden retrievers, German shepherds, and other double-coated breeds. The logic seems perfect. It's hot outside, so let's remove the coat to cool them down. But veterinarians and professional groomers agree that this is one of the most damaging things you can do to a double-coated dog. Here is why. Double-coated breeds have two layers of fur, a soft, dense undercoat, and a protective outer coat. This system works as an insulator. It keeps the dog warm in winter and cool in summer by trapping air. When you shave that coat, you destroy this natural temperature regulation system. Your dog can no longer cool themselves effectively. They become more vulnerable to heat stroke, not less, and the damage doesn't stop there. A shaved double coat often grows back incorrectly, patchy, uneven, and with a different texture. Some dogs experience post-clipping alopecia, where the coat never fully grows back properly. The correct approach for double-coated breeds is regular brushing and de-shedding treatments to remove dead hair, not shaving. Let the coat do its job. You have lathered up your dog. You rinse for a minute or two. They look clean. Good enough. But here is the problem. Dog coats, especially thick or long ones, trap shampoo residue deep down, and that residue left on the skin causes severe irritation. Leftover shampoo on the skin causes itching, flaking, dandruff, tangles, and over time, chronic skin inflammation. The rule professional groomers follow: rinse until the water runs completely clear, then rinse one more time. For dogs with thick coats, this can take several minutes. Pay special attention to areas like the belly, armpits, and groin, where shampoo gets trapped and is often forgotten during rinsing. These areas are also the most sensitive to irritation. A thorough rinse is one of the simplest things you can do and one of the most important. The grooming task that most dog owners forget or avoid because it makes their dog anxious. But here is what ignoring the nails actually does to your dog's body. When nails grow too long, they change the way your dog walks. The nails push the pads upward, forcing the foot into an unnatural position. Over time, this creates stress on the joints, posture problems, and in older dogs, contributes to arthritis. Long nails can also curl and grow into the pad itself, causing severe pain and serious infections. The rule of thumb: if you can hear your dog's nails clicking on the floor, they are already too long. Try to trim them every 3 to 4 weeks. If you have anxiety about cutting too deep, use an electric nail grinder instead of clippers. It is slower and more controlled and trims just a little at a time. If you are ever unsure, your groomer or veterinarian can show you the correct technique. The bath is over. The dog is damp but eager to go outside. Do you think they will dry in the sun? This is a mistake for 2 reasons. First, wet dogs roll in the grass, in the dirt, in things that smell awful. Within minutes of going outside wet, your dog has ruined the entire bath and is now dirty and damp, which is even worse for their skin. Second, a damp coat outdoors creates the perfect conditions for hot spots and fungal growth, especially if your dog is in a humid environment. The rule: always dry your dog completely before allowing them outside after a bath. A fully dry dog is a clean dog and one that is much less likely to immediately roll in something gross. When most people think of grooming, they think of the coat, nails, and ears. But your dog's teeth are also part of grooming, and neglecting dental hygiene has consequences that go far beyond bad breath. Research published in veterinary journals shows that periodontal disease in dogs is directly linked to heart, kidney, and liver problems. Bacteria from infected gums enter the bloodstream and silently damage internal organs for years. By age 3, 80% of dogs show signs of dental disease, and most owners have no idea. The solution? Brush your dog's teeth 2 to 3 times a week using a dog-safe toothpaste and toothbrush. Start slowly. Let your dog get used to the toothbrush gradually. Dental chews can help between brushings, and schedule a professional dental cleaning with your veterinarian at least once a year. This habit incorporated into your regular grooming routine can truly add healthy years to your dog's life. During grooming, let me tell you something that most dog owners have never heard and will change the way you groom your dog forever. A study published in a veterinary journal analyzed 161 dogs that developed eye problems within 24 hours after a grooming session. The most common injury, corneal ulcers, which are painful scratches on the surface of the eye. In 14% of those cases, the dogs needed surgery, and 4 dogs lost their eyes completely. 4 dogs went blind due to grooming mistakes around the eyes. Here is what causes it: shampoo splashing into the eyes during a bath, hair clippings falling directly onto the eyeball during a trim, or rough handling near the face. Every single one of these is preventable. During the bath, keep your dog's face free of shampoo. Use a damp cloth to clean around the eyes. Never pour water directly over the face. After any trimming near the face, use a sterile saline rinse to gently wash the eyes. This removes hair fragments that are invisible to the naked eye but razor sharp to your dog's cornea. Warning signs to watch for after grooming: squinting, rubbing the eye with a paw, redness, or tearing. If you see any of these, don't wait. Consult a veterinarian the same day. Here is a question most dog owners have never asked themselves: what grooming schedule is actually right for my dog's breed? Because the answer is different for every breed, and using the wrong schedule causes real harm. A Labrador Retriever and a Poodle are both dogs, but they have completely different grooming needs. Bathing a Poodle once a month is not enough. Their continuously growing coat tangles and mats quickly. Brushing a Beagle every day is unnecessary, but brushing a Golden Retriever only once a week leads to painful mats that have to be cut out. Double-coated breeds like Huskies and German Shepherds need more de-shedding sessions, especially during shedding season, not more baths. Short-haired breeds like Boxers or Dobermans need much less brushing but more skin monitoring. The solution: research your breed's specific grooming requirements or ask your veterinarian or professional groomer for a customized schedule. Using a one-size-fits-all approach to grooming is like giving every patient the same medicine. It doesn't work, and it causes harm. You lather up your dog, you rinse. Bath over, right? Wrong. And this shortcut is slowly destroying the quality of your dog's coat bath after bath. Think about what happens when you shampoo without conditioner. Your hair becomes dry, brittle, and hard to manage. The same thing happens to your dog's coat. Shampoo, even dog-specific shampoo, strips away natural oils. Conditioner replaces lost moisture, detangles the coat, reduces static, and creates a protective layer that keeps the skin hydrated between baths. For dogs with long or thick coats, skipping conditioner leads to faster tangling, increased shedding, and a dull, coarse coat. For dogs with sensitive skin, the dryness of a bath without conditioner can trigger itching and flaking within days. Use a dog-specific conditioner every time you bathe them. Let it sit for 2 to 3 minutes before rinsing. This gives it time to actually work. Your dog's coat will look and feel completely different in just a few weeks. Your dog is limping or recovering from surgery or has a fever, and you think, "I'll just give them a quick groom at home. They'll be fine." This is a mistake that can turn a manageable situation into a medical emergency. When a dog is sick, injured, or in pain, their stress tolerance is zero. They are already overwhelmed. Adding the sensory stimulation of grooming, water, tools, handling of sensitive areas, pushes many dogs into panic mode. And a panicked dog in pain will bite, even the most docile dog you have ever known. But the danger goes beyond bites. Grooming an injured dog can worsen the injury. Moving a dog with hidden internal trauma, manipulating an inflamed joint, or getting a wound wet during a bath can cause serious complications. Furthermore, it weakens a sick dog even more. The stress of grooming suppresses the immune system, the last thing a recovering dog needs. The rule is simple: if your dog is sick, injured, or post-op, grooming waits. Address only what is medically necessary, wound cleaning, medication application, and leave everything else for when your dog has fully recovered. When in doubt, call your veterinarian first. This is the mistake that breaks dogs, not physically but psychologically, and the damage lasts for years. Here is what happens in a dog's brain when you force them through a grooming session they dread. Their body is flooded with cortisol, the stress hormone. Their nervous system goes into full survival mode, and every sensation of that grooming session, the water, the tools, the sound of the dryer, becomes permanently linked to terror in their memory. The next session will be worse. The next one after that, even worse. Until the dog that once tolerated baths becomes a dog that will bite, scream, or completely shut down at the sight of a brush. Research confirms it. Forced grooming in anxious dogs not only increases stress, but can cause behavioral changes and lasting trauma. Signs that your dog is truly stressed, not just slightly uncomfortable: trembling, showing the whites of their eyes, whale eye, heavy panting, trying to escape, tail completely tucked between their legs, or freezing completely. The correct approach: stop, take a break, let your dog calm down, rebuild positive associations with grooming tools slowly. Let them sniff the brush. Give them treats near the dryer. Touch their paws gently during calm moments. Short, positive sessions over weeks build the trust that forced sessions destroy in minutes. If your dog's grooming anxiety is severe, talk to your veterinarian. There are real solutions, including behavioral training and calming protocols that can transform grooming from a trauma into a routine. Your dog walks on their paws every minute of every day, and most owners never look at them. The paw pads are one of the most vulnerable and neglected parts of a dog's body, and when ignored, the consequences are painful and severe. Here is what happens with unkempt paw pads. The hair between the toes grows long, collects dirt, traps moisture, and forms tight mats that pull painfully at the skin with every step. Those mats also hide cuts, thorns, glass shards, and developing infections that owners don't discover until the dog is visibly limping. In summer, untrimmed paw pad hair allows the heat from the pavement to transfer directly to the foot, increasing the risk of burns. In winter, it traps ice and road salt, chemicals that irritate the pads and are toxic if licked. And cracked pads are not just a cosmetic issue. Deep cracks bleed, expose the underlying tissue to infections, and because dogs walk on them constantly, they never have a chance to heal on their own. Your paw care routine should include trimming the hair between the toes every 4 weeks, checking the pads weekly for cracks, dirt, or redness, and applying a dog-safe paw balm to keep the skin supple, especially in extreme weather. Never use human lotions. Many contain ingredients that are toxic to dogs if licked. Bath time isn't just about getting clean. It's one of the best health exams you can give your dog, and most owners completely miss this opportunity. When you run your hands over your dog's body during a bath, you have access to every inch of their skin. This is the perfect time to look for things that could signal serious health problems. Unusual lumps or bumps that weren't there last month, attached ticks hidden under the fur near the ears, armpits and between the toes, red or inflamed spots indicating allergies or infections, or areas of hair loss that could point to mange, ringworm, or hormonal disorders. Many dogs have had tumors discovered during bath time that were caught early enough to be treated successfully. Many tick-borne diseases, including Lyme disease, have been prevented because an owner noticed a tick during a bath before it transmitted the infection. Before every bath, go slowly and deliberately run your hands over your dog's entire body. Feel for anything new, unusual, or painful to the touch. If your dog flinches when you touch a particular area, take note. Check it again the next day. If it persists, consult your veterinarian. Bath time is free, routine access to your dog's entire body. Use it. All right, before you go anywhere, I need you to do one thing right now, just one. Scroll down to the comments section and tell us which mistake from this video you were guilty of making with your dog. Was it mistake number 1, overbathing? Mistake number 7, shaving your double-coated dog in the summer? Or maybe mistake number 17, forcing your anxious dog through grooming? But even if you haven't made any of these mistakes and you're an exemplary owner, we want to meet your best friend. Write your dog's name in the comments so we all know who that well-groomed pup is. Almost all owners have made at least one mistake before learning the truth. So share the mistake number or just your dog's name right now. If this information has changed the way you care for your best friend, subscribe and like our channel. We are revealing the secrets that others prefer to ignore to protect those who have no voice. Nurture your pet's well-being. The next treasure trove of knowledge will open soon.